is unreal. Belted deep to right. Forget about it. That will plenty do it. Say goodbye. Just owning everything. This is incredible. And an instant classic. It's the game of the year.
Celeb softball standout. We were hanging out at Dodger Stadium not too long ago. Mariners fan threw out the first pitch 3 separate times. Joel McHale joins us here on the Altcast stream. Dude, what's up? It looks sunny and beautiful.
Yeah, where are you?
Yeah.
Paradise in the background,
Nice.
or is that your backyard? I mean,
Look at this. It's just a nice 97 degrees here in the valley. It's not even mosquitoes can live in this heat. It's wonderful.
that's a great
What
thing.
a rosy
though. I
picture
tell you
you're
what.
painting there.
For the this is our palatial garden here that my dogs pee all over all the time.
Well, whoever your gardener is, I need their number because the manicuring there of that bush, I mean, Edward Scissorhands has nothing on that dude. That's an old
And
reference.
that is our
I just
gardener.
aged myself.
It's Johnny
didn't I?
Depp.
I mean, he's looking
Johnny
for work.
Depp is our gardener. He's making extra money.
So this is the thing, Joe. We know how funny you are. You know, your comedy, you know, listen, the parade wave when we came on, but I don't think people know about the sneaky athlete that you are. I mean, you want to give us a little background on your athleticism? What's up with that?
I would love to. Yes, I would love to. Thank you for asking. As you know, I was drafted by the Padres when I was 13. No, I haven't even seen the home run. That makes me so happy. That's all I did. I was terribly dyslexic, horrible student. So all I wanted to do was play sports and act. And so if there was a ball involved, then I was throwing it. I'm like a golden retriever. So, oh yeah, I forgot about this catch. Oh, there it is.
I was gonna say there were some pretty
Golden
big
retriever
highlights from
skills
that
right
game
on
last
display
night.
right there. I mean, you snipped that one out, my friend. I love it.
I did get the in the park home run, but as you know, it's softball. So if you just keep running, eventually someone's going to make a mistake.
I was gonna say, so did JoJo Siwa.
Yeah. And she literally at one point was just like, I've never played this game. I'm like, hey, you're going to be fine.
Made me feel so good.
But I liked how some of the professional players didn't really hit the ball. I'm like, what's going on with you guys? This is what you did for a living.
It's crazy rust builds up that fast. That's how fast the rust builds up. After a few Mai Tais, a few Miller Lights that we just had on, it's quick how fast you forget how to do what you've done your whole life. So I'm right there. I'm close in that cusp. You know, I retired in January, so I haven't swung a bat since. So when I come out to the next celebrity softball game with you, don't hold it against me.
Have you been working out?
Tons of working out. I'm all about the working out. So that has not stopped. It's just the whole swinging and the whole throwing thing. I'm kind of just over it right now.
Well, you did it. You did a lot of it for most of your life, so it's understandable that you would do. But that was one of the most thrilling moments of my life, hitting that home run. I couldn't believe. I was like, I cannot believe the joy that I'm experiencing from this. I told my wife that marrying her was not nearly
like a distant
what this day was.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about joy, right? Let's talk about joy. You're an M's fan. Throwing out the pitch now, what, three times? Was that
three separate times?
3 different times.
You let us know.
Do you feel like, and no, don't give me that, Mariner faithful answer. Do you feel like this is the year? Because when I watched the M's, I had a chance to call the Yankee series, the past series, out there in Seattle, and I really was impressed. I really think Jerry DiPoto has done a really outstanding job putting the right pieces together. I mean, Mitch Haniger and Marco, Gonzalez, the only 2 left, but 2 really good pieces that you could keep around. How do you feel as an M's fan? Do you say, if we get in, this could be the year?
We're the greatest baseball team in the history of the sport. So see what I did there? You were like, don't give me that answer. Well, I think you are right. And I think we finally have the hitters. And it's not like when we had King Felix, who was one of the best pitchers in baseball, but we just could not produce runs. So, and obviously Rodriguez is a revelation. I hope he didn't hurt himself after the home run derby because he didn't play for 2 weeks or something.
Right.
But you get the feeling that it's you know how sometimes you just get that thing like, hey, it seems to be working and we seem to be winning more than we're losing, and it's not stopping. It's not like we're hitting droughts right now. And if we just keep doing that, I don't know what I read the percentages sometimes, and it'll be like, they have a 33% chance of getting it, you know, and I'll be like, all right. And then someone's like, it's a 70%. I was like, I don't know. But I feel like this is the year that we're going to get there. And if we get there, there's no reason why we shouldn't win.
Listen, I don't know if you should pay
Thank you.
attention.
I'm Joel McHale.
I agree.
That was good.
I love it.
I support
and I'll
this
take
message.
that. I support that message. I do.
Maybe you just need to have the believe sign in the stands and not pay attention to the actual percentages. This M's Love Fest is about to get that much better. Obviously, and you're now the host of Celebrity Beef. We're bringing on another celebrity here on this all-cast stream. The man, the myth, the legend, someone who I absolutely loved coming up in the business.
Yes,
God,
legend.
Main
Thank
Street,
you.
Just the man, Kenny Mayne.
Thank you for all the entertainment.
Welcome.
The sports field for years. Thank you.
You know, there was a lot of controversy on Twitter. People thought that they replaced the regular baseball, you know, like where they talked about WAR and OPS and all those things. And back in the 60s, I'll talk pilots. I'll talk your stuff on pilots. Seattle Pilots 1969. But no, this is a secondary show to attract viewers to baseball. Let me explain it for you. Thanks for making me a part of it.
Oh my gosh, when you quote tweeted me, I was like, you know what, my career, my life has been made. You probably won't remember this, but I introduced myself to you at the Super Bowl in New York, and you're like, yeah, dude, beat it. But you were actually really nice and gracious, but I was just like, oh my God, I just shook Kenny Mayne's hand. Like, my life is complete. So thank you.
That's a little bit, but I'm on the porch at my daughter's apartment. It's move-in day at USC, proud member of the big, calling themselves now, the Big M. But yeah, she's here when we're in. I got my tie. I'm excited about the day. Is the game still going? We were up about 9-3 or something.
The game is still going. Your stream is a little choppy here. We have a 9-5 game in the bottom of the 8th.
It's a good
Joel.
thing. No, it's a really good thing your daughter's moving because her Wi-Fi connection is awful.
Yeah, Kenny, are you paying the bills? Are you skipping
that the
on the
college
Wi-Fi?
life? Is that the college Wi-Fi, or what we got? Is that the Marriott guest Wi-Fi?
I'm just extra digital. I don't believe in Wi-Fi. I think it should be for free across America, but apparently not. Hey, what's the Wi-Fi? Is there a Wi-Fi code, sir?
Okay, Kenny, I'm being told by a producer that you need to FaceTime us.
Now I'm seeing his crotch.
Is this too much for you,
Joel? Is this not right down your alley, Joel?
They told me just to put the phone on a pants.
Just start waving it around.
Joel, Kenny was giving us that Mr. Man treatment from, you know, the scary movie scene right
Kenny,
there.
Why don't you log into your AOL account and see if the modem is working properly?
Oh no, that's actually there. You go.
I was told to join the show. The man, stick your phone on a plant or anything that will stabilize it. Wi-Fi went bad, which I was never on in the first place. I'm just using cellular. We have unlimited data on our plan. I don't know about you. Is it working better?
I like it right there.
No, it's definitely
hold steady right there. Now let's get back to baseball real quick. So while we have a good, clear connection, do you agree with your buddy Joel up there? He says, you know, I asked him about the M's. He didn't give me a fan favorite answer. He gave me a pretty good, politically correct answer, and I agree. He thinks that this is the year the M's get in. Jerry DiPoto's made some really amazing moves. Do you think this roster, this group of guys could really get in and maybe do some damage and surprise some people? I think they could, is why I'm asking. I think they have finally had the pieces that could send them to where they want to go.
I think they're making it for sure. They've been fun to watch. I got to go to a couple games when I was up in Seattle in July, and they have like this good energy about them, you know. Different people show up and make the plays. Our center fielder is Griffey 2.0. I'm going on record as that. So he's going to have that kind of career. It's fun. They're fun to watch, and I'm glad that they're having success. And we haven't been in the playoffs forever and a day, but this will be the one. And once you get in, you're in. So that's impossible to predict. It depends on who does what once you get a little bit lucky in the playoffs.
And the good thing about this team,
That's a ball outside.
Unlike that, you
Oh,
know,
good eye.
114-win team.
Despite the Wi-Fi.
Ooh, yeah, despite the Wi-Fi. You know, unlike that 114-win team, you know what I like about this team is they face some adversity this year.
116.
116, excuse me. Unlike that season where they got in the playoffs and got hit in the mouth for the first time and didn't know what happened, I like this team. They had some adversity go their way. They've been through some ups and downs, but I think they're getting healthy at the right time. I think the pitching is extremely well. I think guys don't realize the amount of good young arms they have in the starting rotation. The bullpen has been lights out the whole second half. So, you know, I couldn't agree with you guys more, but I like the adversity that they've already hit. So they'll be used to it come October. They'll be ready for the challenge. And I think you know, both guys have a great point. I know, you know, Kenny, the Wi-Fi is a little bit better right there, but great point. I heard you as clear as day.
It's not Wi-Fi, it's digital. It's unlimited digital plan.
By the way, your selfie angle is on point. Joel, I understand the two of you are friends. I need to hear the origin story.
Well, Kenny, what happened? You took the computer out of the gutter, and it got worse again.
Gretchen came out for me for being too loud. Have I been yelling? I thought I was just very demonstrative.
Joel, I'm decipher what he just did.
I'm going to do an impression of Kenny Mayne now. Yeah, I had at the baseball team.
This is like the Gronk and Tom Brady commercial, like the Verizon commercial when the signal's choppy.
But since you two are such good friends, Joel, I think you can interpret what he said. So why don't you tell us what Kenny was trying to tell the stream here?
We dated in college, and he was a little older, but that's what I was into. And, you know, we fell away apart for a while, and then, you know, we really just became good friends. I met Kenny at a ABC upfront party in Tavern on the Green in New York, and I was so excited. I was excited like you when I was like, I'm talking to Kenny Mayne right now, and he's you know, it's like a Seattle legend. So on top, it's like meeting Kevin Calabro, who called, you know, our Sonics games.
Oh, it's better than that. It's better than that.
Well, oh, definitely. Kevin has less hair, which is saying a lot. And so when I met him, I was like, he's super nice. I don't know what the hell's going on. But all of a sudden, now we're talking, and now we're exchanging numbers. And that's all happening. And you know, Kenny is he's in the top 3 funniest sports analysts of all time, which is hard to do. There needs to be more like him.
Yeah, who are the top 2, dude?
Who are the other 2 in that category? Because I mean, I got.
Well, I didn't want to just say.
I'm gonna call you Mr. Mayne. You're number 1. We've talked about it in our book. I mean.
Oh well, I will say I'm not saying these guys are better. But when the Keith Olbermann, Craig Kilborn days were going in the 90s, it was a comedy show. And then all of a sudden they added Kenny. And I was just like, this is the funniest. This is funnier than Saturday Night Live and some of the setups. So what I'm saying, so Kenny, yes, Kenny is definitely the most unique. And he comes up with stuff that you do not, like a comedian, like, you know, it's totally, it's Kenny had wanted to, he could have just been a stand-up and done very well. Instead, he's in an apartment wearing a crappy T-shirt on crappy Wi-Fi.
It's digital.
But you did good. USC, you did your job as a dad, all right? You did your job, Kenny. That was very kind.
You know what? That was very nice, and I'm humbled by what he said. And it was exciting for me to meet as well. There's Gretchen and having food over there.
Hi, ladies.
Hi, everybody. Remember talking? Yeah. And Joel and I are now best friends. So we're constantly together. Actually, I saw him once since that. But no, what's happening in the game? Or do we even give a damn
you know,
about
it's
the
a
game?
4-run game. It's not that exciting.
95.
Yeah, it's
it
9-5
says 0-0. I can't read the score. What's the score? It's the 9-3 still?
9-5, 2-2 count. Cal Raleigh up to the plate. Looking for a second homer of the game.
Let's talk about some baseball here for those hardcore baseball fans. That's low inside off the dirt. Great stop.
So tell me, you want to
let's
talk
go back
baseball?
to 1969 and talk about that Seattle Pilots season. Tommy Harper led the American League in stolen bases with 73. I attended like 30 games. It was 6 Stadium on Rainier. Now it's the Lowe's Home Improvement Store. First base is in the paint aisle. But those were the days. That was our first team, and it was so exciting to have them. And then they took off to Milwaukee. Bud Selig stole them, sort of like how the Sonics got stolen when you sell teams to people that don't live in your town. And then we got the Mariners after Slade Gordon sued Major League Baseball. That's a great plug, I know. But we did get the team, and they had the kingdom, and here we are making the playoffs.
Hey, Joel,
That's the story of the Mariners.
Here we are
in
making the
Seattle
playoffs. I like it.
Joel, are you on your phone for this right now? Because I would like for you to open the text thread between the two of you and read the latest thread. Because I need to know more about this friendship between two of the funniest people.
Is that possible?
I
mean,
know.
have to go vertical.
The technology exists, gentlemen.
Hold on.
Oh, gosh.
Here's what it
I
says.
said,
Kenny was like, Joel, what the hell is this show? Me, I don't know. Kenny, are we going to be on this show? And then he said, how much are you getting paid? And I said $10,000.
none of that. No.
What?
I wrote him to just check in, and I said, are we on that thing today at the same or separate? And then I sent him a tweet that is having to do with the Palio in Italy. Don't worry about that. Then he said, I don't know.
Right.
I'm on the 3-3-3.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is Kenny Mayne in black at the bottom corner of your screen.
Well,
So
You told me to look at my
he
cat.
said, yeah,
Let's do
he
what she
said the
said.
thing, which he said, are we going to be on this thing? And that was a microaggression.
I'm back.
That was.
And,
Thank you
so
for
I was-
identifying that.
and while you left,
hey,
just
the
so you
Mariners
know,
just got a
I was
two-run
gonna
home
say,
run.
while you left, Cal Raleigh just hit
They
his
did
second
not.
homer of the game. So
Yes.
you guys, you guys also have your catcher for the future. You should be really excited about Cal Raleigh. I watched him as a young man. This is a guy that you guys are going to have a lot of fun watching for years. So, Kenny, you want to talk baseball? Cal Raleigh, what do you think?
I'm fine with all their young people. And they have an energy similar to like when the Houston Astros, while they did cheat, they had a really cool energy about them. Maybe it's because they were cheating and they knew they were going to do
I was on
well.
that team, Kenny.
Don't you
I
remember the
came over
dugout?
through waivers, but you're right. It was a good energy on the team.
No, the way,
Because you know you're going
like
to
the way
win.
they would celebrate.
Are you wearing
Who's
a wire
watching
right
the show?
now?
We have accounts.
Someone's over there
I was
banging.
not a part of the whole wire scandal. I was with the Yankees then, okay? After that, all right?
Oh.
I was there for the trash
But
can
you-
beating, but again, in my defense, I was there at the last 2 months. I mean, I came in on, on the trade waivers. What do you want me to do?
Win in Houston.
I didn't know.
Do as the Houstonians do.
Yeah,
When
or
this
maybe
show
it could have been
gets
traded to
reviewed-
Boston. They were cheating as well.
True.
Guys, this took a
believe
turn.
that when this show
We get
gets
back on
reviewed,
course.
is the game still going? That's the first question.
The game is still going. Your team is winning 11-5. Yeah, I
In
mean,
the eighth or
we're
the
going
ninth?
into the bottom of the ninth.
Are they going to have the kids
guys-
who didn't play come in later? Is there going to be a special game afterward, or just? That's
Yeah,
what
you guys are.
yeah.
You guys are.
So-
Oh, we have a special guest. This was unannounced here. Joel, who is this?
Unannounced.
Cute.
This is Beanbag the dog.
Beanbag, what a name. I love it.
How did you come up with the name Beanbag? Because my niece named our dog Elbow.
That's a good name.
It's a solid name.
Beanbag's mom and siblings are all named after types of beans. So Pinto and Garbanzo
Perfect.
and a couple others. And so I was like, let's do it, but let's just be slightly, different. And so we went with Beanbag.
Oh, Beanbag seems like a sweetheart. How old is Beanbag?
Look at this. He's a tiny cow. Look at that
Oh,
body.
look at what a cutie.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
sweet. Body by Kibble. I love that.
Yeah.
Kenny, I want to
He's a
go back to
little
the
cow.
phone thing and this friendship, which is clearly very fascinating
Can I-
to me. What's the last picture you two took together? What's like the coolest experience you guys have had together?
We can't show
Probably.
I'm just glad you
That is
named the
on
dog.
full
I'm just
free.
glad. I'm just glad you named the dog Beanbag and not another bag that you could have named him. Rhymes with your hat.
I thought this was why we're
Dude, Kenny's out. I thought you prompted him, Joel. Like I feel like as a fellow
Yeah.
M's
Oh.
fan and friend, you're like responsible for his digital
Let's
footprint.
Let's freeze this shot of Kenny so we remember this.
How does Kenny's connection get worse when he went inside?
He's closer to the router. Like,
How is
We're
it
not using
possible?
Wi-Fi. This is unlimited data.
This is unlimited, yes. That
no,
means
it feels
give me
pretty
the bill.
limited to me.
Yeah, no wonder they're giving it away.
Yeah, limits are dwindling down right now.
Yeah, they're
know
just
what?
giving all
Joel,
the
you
like
take
it's
the main
unlimited.
thing. I
It's
feel like I've
unlimitedly
contributed.
bad.
Move. I didn't set this up. I told you it was moving day at USC. I'll have to do it by phone. Can you hear any of that?
That
Any
was
of that
amazing.
Yes.
That was amazing.
Okay. And I still wanted to make the point that Joel's on my podcast. I'm just getting in a plug for our audience.
I was about to
He's
ask you
on
what you're
Yeah.
working on, so
Thursday.
go for it. Yeah, tell us everything.
Yeah, Joel, we just had Aubrey Plaza, famous actor. Tomorrow we
Yep.
have Ellie Mistal, controversial political opinionator. Then the next week, Joel's interview was the most ridiculous of the 12. And it was great.
Shocker.
I totally enjoyed it. It was as chaotic and spastic as this show we're doing. It just, like, it was all over the place.
Okay, so
And
why didn't you
there was
reenact
better
some of it?
Wi-Fi. No. There was much better Wi-Fi. I'm talking about the dialogue, and he
Yeah.
just ran down the street and did things on his own, and I tried to stay up with him.
I was pretty drunk.
I
You
like
were?
this. Why aren't you drunk for this
No,
series?
I
you
wasn't
were?
drunk. It was like 11 in the morning.
It's 5 o'clock
I get drunk
somewhere.
at
There's no
12.
judgment.
Yeah, I think
I
we
like Kenny's
enjoyed
like believing
also,
that I was drunk.
It seemed like you could have. We appreciate each other, I believe, and he got to meet my wife. He liked her. She liked him, and we're both from the Seattle area. So I just think we have a nice bond because of that. In answer to the question a half an hour ago.
Well, thank you for circling back,
Yep.
and that's a mark of a true
See?
professional in this sports broadcasting space to always
Here,
come
as
back
you know,
and answer
like
the questions.
if you say say Kenny lost his sense of humor tomorrow, he would still be like one of the best sports analysts of all time.
Right?
Absolutely.
He wouldn't be funny. It'd be, but then you get the other part of it, and it's like it's really intimidating.
No,
Also,
mostly what we
And-
try to do is don't screw it up. Don't screw it up, and then once you got comfortable, you had fun. Stuart Scott always used to say right on as the tease was rolling, he'd look over and say, "Let's get stupid," and it made you
Really?
giggle, and you knew, "Let's have fun together," right? And I always remember that when I would do anything live or any kind of performance.
Yeah,
Get
cooler
stupid.
than the other side of the pillow.
Okay, I'm being
Colder
told,
than a pillow.
Kenny Mayne,
What?
that you have a Randall Cunningham story for us with one out in the bottom of
Lengthy
the ninth.
one.
Well, we have to.
they-
It could be a long story. We just, that's the beauty of baseball. There's no clock, so go for it.
So there are no commercials with this. We're just
No,
going. we're just
yes,
marching down the
floor
field.
is yours.
Listen, Cam and I are exhausted.
The floor is yours. Neither one of us has went to the bathroom. It's all you guys.
We had a
We
makeup
love it.
tutorial
Okay.
before the
We love
game.
it.
My bladder's out to
Well,
here.
I'll tell you
It's
what.
fine.
If you want to go to the restroom, we can handle the show until you get
Yeah.
back. I did that with Bill Walton.
I don't
Talk about
trust your
good
limited
TV.
digital situation here. Joel's
Oh,
game, though.
true.
Joel, you
Joel,
can
we
carry
know,
this.
we know you're in, but Kenny, we're not sure about that unlimited data. I don't know, man.
Oh no, I've relieved myself twice on this podcast. Right, I'm on the podcast
That's why you're
already.
shooting from here up, huh?
Didn't you notice a couple times I did that?
Yeah, I was wondering
Oh,
what
good
happened
point.
to the tripod. What are we doing?
I feel like beanbag was the
No.
distraction. By the way, Shohei
Does my
Ohtani.
connection still suck? Oh, Otani's at bat. Let's break in live coverage of the Otani at bat.
Yeah, why don't you do
Right.
some play-by-play?
What do they call that?
You
That was
two
a strike.
play-by-play. You two are a booth right now.
Look
Can we just
below
get
me.
a quick,
Oh.
just a quick one?
By the way,
Go ahead.
Otani's ridiculous. We'll get back to Randall Cunningham shortly. He's a pastor in Las Vegas, mixed gospel music. Grew up in a barber. His older brother is Sam from USC in New England. And here's the pitch to Otani. I can't see
There's
that
the
far.
pitch.
Strike.
These
Strike
two
call. Is it
teams are
0-2?
baseball teams.
1-1.
Baseball teams are playing baseball right now on a baseball field. They've got bats and hats and gloves. Some of them are wearing two gloves. One is a small glove, then they put a large, crazy-looking Freddy Krueger-like glove. And Otani
Well
has hit the
hit,
ball.
deep.
It is
It is a
base.
vacancy.
And
4 for 5
Is it
today.
public?
4
What's
for
this?
5.
it doesn't matter.
Kenny, come
Wow,
on,
that
you
was
can't
good.
miss that call, man.
9-9
That's a
ball. I
two-run
couldn't
homer
see
by
it. The
Otani.
screen's like a quarter inch big, freezing up on me. You guys complaining about my Wi-Fi, it's not Wi-Fi.
Okay, redeem yourself here with the replay. Like, let's rack it back and pretend like
Okay.
this is live.
Well, I'll tell you, I met Kazuhiro Sasaki, the Mariners relief pitcher. I didn't speak Japanese, he didn't speak English, and he taught me how to say peekaboo. And on this, I would say 9-9 ba. I think I murdered that. Just letting you know, I was on time for that one.
Night-night.
9-9
That
ba,
was a
like
good
the ba,
hit.
like peekaboo. No, we're talking about the call. She said to redeem myself.
Yeah, so he got another shot at the call.
And what about Ohtani? I
hit
mean,
it
He was
right.
talking and I couldn't see it.
Shohei Ohtani
Tough
putting on the
streak,
hat.
man.
looking really tired of putting on that hat. I mean, this is a team who's losing. Shohei Ohtani looking like, what are we still doing the hat for right now? I mean, this dude is incredible. Get this guy some ice for his back after the game because he's carrying this entire team. Get him some ice.
Nice. He's pretty good so far.
He's all right.
Yeah, he's
I have
fun
a
to
Kenny
watch.
Mayne
He does
question.
everything.
Joel, please, let's hear it.
Do you think T-Mobile Park in Seattle should also build like a Jurassic Park-like ride in their outfield, like the Angel Stadium? Do you think that would be like super Seattle feeling?
I like that. And eventually you have good Wi-Fi, bad Wi-Fi, good cellular plans.
Dead zone, hot zone, perfect.
It's representative of the whole industry.
I like how close you're getting to the camera now.
What do you guys want?
I like how close you are.
I'm bringing a crew to shoot this. I'm not the most coveted man in Hollywood like Joel McHale. I just have my phone.
Yes,
I'm in an apartment with bare walls. There's the apartment. There's the TV.
Make sure there are batteries in that smoke detector.
Meanwhile, I'm still starving. I got typhoid over there. I can see it. Did I really show a PG-13 shot earlier? I didn't mean to. I'm sorry if that happened.
It was streaming.
Thank you.
It's fine.
Yeah, we got a
We're
nice.
good.
It's okay. Not every day you get to see a legend's crotch. So
you know what? It's not every day.
It's great.
Daughters thought they got weird over the day.
It was great.
Now coming to the plate, legendary crotch. Shohei Ohtani.
That is an old-timey nickname. Guys, hey, All-Star Game is in Seattle next season. Can we see this bromance continue? No. Is that the game?
Yeah.
I want to.
And the M's win. Guys, real quick before we let you go.
We go to Dick's. We're going to go to Pike Place Market. Yeah, we'll do it all.
So, but you'll both be participating in the Celebrity All-Star softball game, right?
I was just about to.
That.
Here we go again.
Right on time.
Ultimate cliffhanger. Kenny Mayne leaving us at the edge of our seats.
Kenny,
I'm back.
Excited. Game. Seattle.
Wait.
Summer.
Am I here? Am I back?
You're back.
Yes?
You're back.
I'm back.
No, thumbs up.
I felt like I was there the whole time.
Well, you were for you.
In spirit.
I'm not in charge of the Wi-Fi or the unlimited data plan. I'm just the phone user. I'm the consumer.
Wait, Kenny, this is USC she's at?
What an
we just moved
endorsement.
in. We don't even have our passwords. It's just
right.
We have
but
a free TV
this is
that doesn't work.
USC, right? You're at
University of Southern California,
California,
proud member of the Big Ten. What?
That is like it's not cheap.
Tell me about it.
It should be really nice Wi-Fi.
Unlimited Wi-Fi. Take it up with the chancellor and whatever that other guy, the provost.
I feel like
provost?
you have a really strongly worded memo that you need to send out.
Well, hey, fellas, thank you guys.
Say, we are both very excited about the All-Star Game in Seattle, and this hopefully will get me invited to it.
You will be. Killed it in LA.
Fourth first pitch, hopefully. There you go.
I got that softball thing. I'm, bitter, maybe. So the Randall Cunningham story we'll do next then.
Yes, perfect. That will be our next all-cast stream where you two are a part of the M's game that we'll have here.
And maybe you can go visit Joel so you can use his Wi-Fi or unlimited minutes, and we'll be great.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Randall Cunningham is a preacher now? It doesn't mean anything if it doesn't work. It's like saying, look at all this awful food. The food is terrible, and there's so much of it.
No, different. He's legitimate. He's a good man. He also coaches his kids in the high jump, remember? And he could throw a football 82 yards.
I was still talking about the Wi-Fi connection.
Guys, thank you.
That was not...
Kenny Mayne, legend. Joel, you guys. What,
real quick, you got to plug everything you're working on.
Please, plug it.
Go ahead, Joel. We know your Wi-Fi works.
Oh, I'm calling Kenny Mayne right now to see how this went for him. Watch Celebrity Beef on E, you guys, and watch. Hey, Kenny, this will be better. Now he's on speaker, guys.
Even better.
I think it went pretty well. Were you happy, Kenny?
I'm in black now. You took me off. I did finally have a stable shot. Now I'm in black.
We are calling it Kenny After Dark.
Yes. Yes.
I'm fine with that. What are you
Great.
plugging? You're on a cooking show. I threw eggs at Bobby Flay once, so there.
Oh, okay. Well, that's an achievement. Watch Celebrity Beef on E. Watch The Bear on FX. Watch Stargirl on CW, and watch Crime Scene Kitchen on Fox this winter.
What aren't you doing? I'm
Love
exhausted just hearing that.
I'm a workaholic, OCD crazy person, and someday I just want to go sailing with Kenny.
Well,
He just hung up on me.
You're amazing at what you do when you just lost Kenny. So thank you for being on. We appreciate you.
A testament to the great friendship
There he's
between Joel
back.
McHale and Kenny Mayne. Kenny, say your piece, my
great.
friend.
Promote it, Kenny.
Register to vote. Register to vote. That's my message on this show. I got a podcast called Hey Mayne, and I work with Caesar.
All right. Kenny, all we heard was register the oath.
Text
Okay?
it to Joel. He'll tweet it, and we'll
We
figure
will
it out.
register the oath.
I'm going
Register
home to
your
support
oaths.
Sue Bird in the Storm. Boy,
Yeah.
we're going to win a technical achievement Emmy. If we don't get that out of this, then what was the point?
Guys,
I've already got a
absolute
couple of
honor,
those.
pleasure. Look forward to seeing you both in Seattle next year at the Celebrity Softball Game. Guys, thank you so much.
If I'm invited.
Go Ems.
Thank you.
Oh, good stuff.
What on earth just happened? Dude, that's it. Here we go.
First
We did it.
one, what a ball.
Crushed it. I'm a
Oh, we
high
killed
fiver.
it. That was great.
I'm gonna
Great
go.
guest. Great.